Hello, it's Vincent Van here with another house build. This time we're building what I would call a grandparents' house. I would also say that this house is yellow. The master bedroom is downstairs, and there is a bathroom with that as well. There is a guest bed in the office, and then the grandchildren have the upstairs. I would imagine that these grandchildren come to stay there quite often, because otherwise, why would you have a whole attic dedicated to them? Uh, that is the main gist of it. It's just very yellow and grandparents' house. That is at least how I made it. But now looking at it, it doesn't really make sense. Grandparents, but they still have to get up the stairs to get to the front door. But maybe in the future this house has a ramp. I can't really do a ramp, but imagine that, because I think that would make sense, more sense at least. Uh, yeah, that is at least the start of this voiceover. If you have seen on my channel 3 weeks ago, I went to see the Vamps in concert in Amsterdam. This was my third time seeing them in concert. It was a really nice experience. Really enjoyed my time there. But after I saw on Twitter, as one does, I don't really know why I was looking at it on Twitter, but there were people complaining about the venue not giving them water. Now I've seen quite a lot of concerts uh, in multiple venues across multiple cities. I've seen a concert in Paris, in Germany, and in London, a couple of times in London, different venues in London as well. And I think there's only been a couple of times that I have been provided with water by the venue. That was, I think, in the summer. Uh, but apparently, multiple people were very angry that the venue was not providing them with water. They were standing potentially front row. But apparently, I don't know, maybe that was their first concert, or they just have been to concerts where there was water provided because it was in the summer. And I don't know, but it was 3 weeks ago. It was on the 1st of March. So that was, according to my screen, 20 days ago, because I'm recording this on a Monday. Uh, middle in the, it was not that cold, but still cold outside. You don't know, there was multiple places near the venue where you could have bought water beforehand and at least drank that before you got in. I always like to do this trick where you usually are allowed to bring your bottle of water in the venue, but you're not allowed to have your cap on it, the cap of the bottle of water, because then you could throw it and it could hit the singer on stage, and that would be a disaster. So they are allowing you to bring a bottle of water with you inside, but not with the cap on. So I usually just put a spare cap, uh, in my wallet, somewhere in my bag, something like that, because they are not gonna search my whole bag for that cap. But I also think last year I googled, or somebody somewhere said that you could have a universal cap on your keychain, which I did look into back then, and that was quite expensive in my mind, at least for something like that. But even that could work. Um, but yeah, I don't understand why people were complaining to the venue about canceling the venue. Even that was, I think, the hashtag on Twitter. Because they were not providing water. Of course, there was somebody that threw up during the first opening act. Of course, that was something that happened. The person didn't feel well, I presume, or maybe ate something bad or was very nervous. Who knows what it was, but that did happen. And then in the first couple of songs, somebody else, I think, fainted or threw up or something else went wrong. Uh, in the first couple of songs of the times, who knows, they didn't notice it. But luckily the security did, which was good for that moment. But still, you should provide your own water, or you could go back to the bar and buy something to drink there. There are always options. It's not that they are holding back your right to have water and to don't know, or hydration or something to drink. I don't know, but apparently it was very necessary to complain about that. And I think halfway through the concert, security was indeed handing out bottles of water, uh, which was nice, but in my eyes still a little bit of unnecessary, because you could have provided your own bottle of water. But who am I? Apparently I am the only one, but no, not the only one. I just don't get that. I don't get their mindset, but that could be just me. Of course, that could be just me. But back to the concert, because I really enjoyed the concert. I had a nice time. We had a good seat. My friend was with me. She's in a wheelchair. Uh, they were very accommodating to us and her in the wheelchair, which was nice. This wheelchair also, her being in the wheelchair, also provided us, after multiple phone calls from her end, uh, uh, provided us with the ability to just park wherever we wanted in Amsterdam, at least if it was a parking space, because they wouldn't allow us to park in the middle of the road, which makes sense because that's not where you park your car. But that meant that that I could park my car just around the corner, which was really nice and convenient as well. I really enjoyed that. Um, we also got lucky, because as soon as we arrived at the venue, before the doors opened, at least before we thought the doors were gonna open, they allowed us to go in. Apparently, if you're in a wheelchair, you get a key that will open the elevator, which was nice, our own key to the elevator. We had quite nice seats. This venue, Paradiso, was an old church building. They have balconies, so you have a good view of the stage, which was nice. At least a very nice view we had. Even without James singing, because he has a polyp on his vocal cords. I hope him being silent is helping that, and if it's necessary that he has to have surgery on it, I also hope that goes well for him, because I think he is a very nice asset to the band. Um, I also really enjoyed the energy Brett was giving or receiving from the crowd. I don't really know how that works, but at least always looks like he's really enjoying himself on stage. At one point, if you saw the videos on my channel already, you would have seen this. He climbed on top of the piano. He didn't jump on it, and he did like the first part of the Shades on the Sun, I think that was it, on top of this piano, which was really nice. And then he also climbed on top of the barricade. I do always wonder when I see him do that, if the security guards get a briefing beforehand about all the shenanigans that Brett wants to get up to during a concert, because they always don't seem pleased when he tries to jump on top of the barricade. They don't look like they're really expecting him to do that. Uh, but I think it at least looked to me like he was really enjoying himself, which is always nice to see. I had a really good time. Then we waited outside the venue a bit and chatted to some other fans. Wouldn't know if I should call myself a fan of them. I don't think I fit into their age demographic, but did enjoy the concert really much. I do believe I was not the oldest person there for the concert, and not because their daughter had to be there, or something like that, or son, the child. I don't really know, but there were people uh, near us that definitely looked a lot older than I am and my friend is. So I was glad to see that. Also was a bit confused. We talked about it a bit after we left about usually their demographic is definitely in their mid-20s, I would say, and not 37. But I think these other people were definitely older than us, so I think that was nice. Maybe they just looked older. I don't know. It's always so hard to guess somebody's age by looking at them. And then we walked back to the car. As I said, the car was quite nearby. We drove back home. I drove back home, which was easy. Although we had to drive on, I had to drive my car on the street where also a tram could ride. Didn't see a tram, but I did say to my friend, I hope there's no trams coming about because I don't know where I have to go then. But that at least worked out quite nicely. We drove back home, and for some strange reason, I updated my GPS thingy. The machine that I have to tell me where to go if I drive somewhere. And although I did update it, it keeps telling me to go on the wrong side of the road. But we got home, and I think that was the most, and it was very strange because when we left Amsterdam, it was very bustling still there, and we got to where I live, and there was nobody about. That was just very weird. And then, what else? Oh, that I think that was most of it. I have 2 concerts planned. I am seeing the Pentatonics in May, and then I think in June, Harry Styles. Both of them are in Amsterdam. I have never seen the Pentatonics live. They have rescheduled this show 3 times now, which has been, I've been anticipating this ever since I bought tickets, or generally my parents gave me the ticket for my birthday. So I did buy it, but then I got the money back, something along those lines. I'm really looking forward to the Pentatonics because they are gonna be a cappella, and I really love when bands sing in harmony. I'm just a real sucker for it, I think. Which is gonna be raising the hairs on my arms. Gonna give me chicken skin, to be honest, the whole concert, and then I have to drive home after that. Hope I'll be fine. At least hope so, because I really. I hope they don't suck live, because then I've been anticipating their concerts for years, and then it's gonna fail me. That would be sad. And then of course Harry Styles. Harry is now playing a bigger venue than last time. He is playing the biggest venue I think we have. It's usually a football stadium, but they can close the roof and build a stage. I have seen Ed Sheeran in this venue last year, which was nice, but I heard a lot of people complain about the sound. I will always wear ear protections to a concert, which in my mind, at least, it filters out most of the hustle and bustle around me. which is useful in concert settings that are normally not a concert venue. And also, it normally not with the Vamps last time, because for some strange reason his mic was off, or something was off on it, because I normally can hear the conversations that they have in between songs really clearly with these ear protections, but this time I didn't, and usually that is the issue. So I hope that the Harry concert is not gonna have sucky sound, because that would really be a bummer and I wouldn't like that. But yeah, that's other concerts that I'm going to in the near future. I do hope that I am gonna be able to plan another concert, because I like having something in the future that I can look forward to, because that helps me if I have a bad day and I'm through it all and I think, oh wait, I do have this concert planned in a couple of months' time, so it would be nice if there was a band that I would really like to see. I would like a 5 Seconds of Summer to tour again, and then maybe of course next year Harry Styles, if he decides next year is a year for a concert. Though the guy also sometimes seems like he could use a year off. He does look like that sometimes. But with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up right here, right now, because I think that would be useful. If you enjoyed watching this house build and me babbling, thumbs this video up, subscribe to my channel so you see the next part next 2 weeks time on the first day. My name is Vizeven and I hope you have a lovely day. Goodbye.